Hey guys, it's Fonzie here with DipYourCar.com. Today I'm going to take you through another set of black wheels, but we're going to do something a little bit different. You've seen the technique where people take the wheel off the car and using index cards to protect the tire. You've also seen us use the technique of blue painter's tape over the brake calipers and mechanisms to protect the brakes when you're spraying the wheels actually on the car. Today what we're going to do is take you through something different. My buddy David actually uses this. What you do is take a full-size kitchen garbage bag. Doesn't matter the brand or whatnot, just take a full-size kitchen garbage bag, find the halfway point through the center there, and then take some scissors. And what you're going to do is just cut halfway up through the garbage bag. Not all the way through, just halfway up. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how to use this on the car. Okay guys, here's how you're going to utilize that cut garbage bag on the wheel. Now you want to make sure that obviously, just like the other technique, the blue painter's tape, that you want to make sure it's not on a freshly driven car, because obviously if the brakes are really hot, you could risk melting some of the plastic. So what you're going to do is take one of the legs that you kind of created when you cut the bag, and you're going to thread that between the spokes down through the wheel, and then you're going to grab the other side, thread it through the same hole, and then spread it down around kind of that axle of the wheel until the two edges meet. Then you're going to take the edge of the bag and you're going to spread it up and over the brakes. And just make sure you overlap at the bottom. And then do one quick run around and make sure that there aren't any pieces of the bag touching the spokes of the wheel. And you've got a really quick, really easy and inexpensive way to mask the entire brake mechanism and protect it from when you're dipping the wheels while they're on the car. Now we're ready to spray. Okay, we're ready to spray the wheel now. Just like always in the other videos, keep it light, keep the paint moving. Focus on the outside of the rim first. You want to go all the way up onto the tire. And then start focusing in on the spokes. Just a nice light coating, about a 50% transparency, and just watch your angles, especially on wheels like these. There's plenty of angles in them. Just pay attention to how you're spraying. Okay guys, we're going for coat number 2 now. About 8 to 10 minutes between each coat. Again, keep it light, keep the spray distance exactly the same, and work your way from the outside in. Really pay attention to that outer edge. You should see it go to about an 85 to 90% transparency now. And don't force it. There's another 2 or 3 coats left, so you don't have to have full coverage on this coat. We're ready for coat number 3. As you can see with the first 2 coats, we've got just about a 90% transparency. A couple places where if you really look hard, you can kind of see some of the silver through it. We've got another 2 coats to go minimum. I switched over to the spray trigger just because if you dip as much as I do, your fingers do get tired eventually. So we're going to keep the same spray distance and just keep building right up on top of it. And if you've been doing it right and you've gotten the motion down and you've got your distance down, you should see a very smooth, sleek black coat come up. Okay guys, we're getting ready to put our 4th and final coat on. As you can see, if you look through there, the garbage bag did a great job at masking off and protecting the brake mechanisms there. It's got a real smooth sheen finish on it, just what we want, and we're going to put our 4th and final coat. Now, he doesn't do a lot of highway driving or anything fancy like that, so that's what we usually recommend for the 5th coat, rally cars and highway driving, stuff like that. But regular wear and tear, 4 should be fine. Nothing changes about the 4th coat. We waited between 8 to 10 minutes between coat, and we're just going to lay this final one on. We've got 4 coats dried on this wheel. We waited about 25 minutes or so, just because when you pull the bag through, you don't want the edges of the Plasti Dip to be disrupted at all. So we've given it enough time. It's dry to the touch. It looks great, nice, smooth, almost like a satin matte finish. And now we're going to remove the bag from where the brakes are. The first thing you want to do is just reach through the biggest spot you can in your wheel and just start bunching up the bag in one hand the best you can. If you get stuck or anything, just feed it through with the other hand, and then again just bunch it up and then slowly work that bunch right out through that spoke. That way it keeps it off the edge of the Plasti Dip. There's no harm, no foul there, and you've got your wheel. Brakes are completely protected, and it looks great. There's two more things really before we're completely finished with the job. Now, I always tell you guys, spray all the way up onto the tire and over the edge of the wheel. And that's for a reason, because if you do that properly, removing the Plasti Dip from the tire is actually incredibly easy. Spray all the way up onto the rubber of the tire, and it comes off in one piece. Now, the next thing we're going to do before we're completely finished is after we remove all the bags and we remove the Plasti Dip from the tires, what we're going to do is we're going to roll the car back about 3 or 4 feet so that the wheel can rotate 180 degrees. We just want to check the other angles because sometimes it's really difficult to get 100% coverage in all these angles if you're only spraying from one direction. We finished the project here. Another happy, satisfied customer with a nice matte black Plasti Dip wheel. Like always, the spray triggers, the Plasti Dip, all the hard to find ones, the crazy colors, everything's available at DipYourCar.com. If you have any questions at all, email CustomerService at DipYourCar.com, or the rest of our contact information is available on the website. I'd love to hear from you guys, and the next project that we're going to be doing is a white wheel with silver and gold metallizer over it, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking to see what that effect is going to be like. I'll see you on the next one.